Some detail for a good mental image. I live in a massive subdivision that surrounds a bunch of woods affectionately referred to as the trails. I suppose the people who owned it left it untouched in case they wanted to add more streets. Anyway, I live down the street from one of the main entrances that people use and know of. My friends and I were a resilient bunch who liked to go out there and have fires, get drunk and smoke a little, if you know what I mean. So considering we were out there so much, we decided we were going to build ourselves a little hideout of sorts where we could party and even camp. We ended up with a good small clearing off one of the winding paths where we had set up a good-sized lean-to with some evergreen on top as our roof and named it Bear Cave. Now for the incident in question. This happened back when I was about 17 to 19 years old. I had just gotten off work and had gone to grab some fast food. My friends had called me earlier letting me know they were going to meet at the Bear Cave. So after I got home, I changed into some warmer clothes as it was during late fall to early winter and it had been unusually cold that night. So I decided I should get there as soon as possible and decided to take my food with me and eat there. Now it's about 8:30 and the moon was barely visible through the trees, but knowing the trail like the back of my hand, I wasn't worried and assumed they would already have a fire started. As I approached, I walked up on our hidden entrance and saw there was no fire and heard no sounds. I took my phone out and texted one of them asking where they were. They replied something along the lines of, "Sorry man, we're going to be late about 15 minutes. Great, I thought to myself. I ducked in and started trying to scrape together some wood and kindling and get something started. Unfortunately, everything was wet and without a proper flashlight, this was before they were standard on phones, I couldn't get into the brush and dig anything up. Soon after, I decided I might as well eat and hurriedly scarfed down my 2 burgers. Before I knew it, I'd been sitting out there for about 20 minutes, still no sign of anyone. I tried giving a couple of them a call, and even after 5 minutes with no call back, I texted them. Still no response. At this point, I was about fed up, and my phone was about to die, so I made a mental note. 10 more minutes and I'm gone. At this point, I squatted down, holding my knees to my chest and tried getting warm. My back was to our little hut at the back of the site. I thought I heard something behind me, a slight crunch. I looked over my shoulder, and from behind the shelter, I saw what looked like 2 beady eyes glinting from the little moonlight entering through the trees. I quickly and quietly turned my full body to face it. At this point, I feel as though I'm about to throw up or crap myself one, but keeping my mind about myself, I slowly reached to my right where I had laid a stick, just in case something like this might happen. If this was a dog, it was big. And let me just clarify, this was not a wolf, as I live in the South and coyotes do not get this big. Something wasn't right. It just stared, unblinking, as if through me and made no sound whatsoever. I realized whatever this was wanted to come at me. Thinking fast, I decided my best interest was to throw it off guard. I threw a stick and, without seeing if it made contact, turned and ran swiftly out the entrance, expertly pacing my feet at all the safe places through the trail, assuring that I wouldn't trip, though maintaining max speed. I didn't stop till I saw streetlights and was safely on the road. About this time, I see my friends pulling up, and all I told them was I saw something. They didn't seem interested and tried to go out. I told them sternly no, and suggested we just go by my house. This seemed suitable to them and so we went. I still don't know what I saw out there, and it was as though everyone forgot about it. I continue to go back out there, but only at daytime, or if at night, only with a friend. But I will never forget those unwavering eyes.